Wonderful words, thoughts, melodies, lyrics, and reflections from all of you. If there's anyone else who'd like to share a memory, please feel free to step up. The stage is yours.
I'm Mari. I'm Arnie's baby. I'm going to talk on behalf of him being a dad. I'll be brief because Jerry's right. He'd want me to wrap it up. My dad was fun. My dad was funny. He taught me how to ride a bike in Pier by pulling my little banana bike up on a small hill and releasing the bike. And I'd fall in the grass and I'd get back up and he'd release me, and I learned pretty quickly. We used to live at a house in Pier that was easy to crawl on the roof, and my dad would have Callie and myself climb on that roof and wait for tornadoes to come. Sirens would be going off, and the sky out in the West River would be black, and Mari and Callie and Arnie would be there waiting until the very last moment. I think that it was in 71 or 2, there were 5 twisters West River that we could see all of the air at the same time. And Dad kept assuring us that, oh, they don't jump the water. They don't jump the water. So we stood there, much to our mother's dismay. We sat on the roof until the last possible moment, and one of them did. And it caused a lot of destruction. He would bother me to no end when he was campaigning for state auditor by singing the wrong words to every song we sang in the car. He did it until he died because he knew it triggered me. He called my sister Kaka. Apparently when I was a youngster, like Mark said, I was active. I don't know how you put it, but I would bang on the side of my crib to try to wake my sister up, and I called her Kaka, not Callie. And that in Spanish means poop. And she was Callie until he passed. I, on the other hand, didn't get a neat little word. He just called me poop. And so when I would enter the room, he'd go, "Hey, poop." So Callie got the best of that. He always remembered words we'd say when we were little. We had "well, guy, well." That's what we'd say when I was frustrated. I loved elephants, and I'd call them elfumps. And my birthday was yesterday, and my dad called them our birdies. And I missed him. It was my first one without him. When we were young, we'd wake up to Dad making breakfast, smelling coffee, and my dad singing. And it was magnificent. I had a group of 6 girlfriends and I growing up in Pier, and my dad would tease them all relentlessly. And I know that he's grateful that I have them today to go the road with me. I've known 3 men that have shown me what it looks like to adore somebody. My first is Kevin. Kevin adores my sister. And the next is my husband. And I've been loved, my sister's been loved, but never adored like these 2 men. And then there's my dad and how he adored you. And maybe the thing better than that was how you adored our dad. And thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. Like I said, he had a fun sense of humor, and the night he died in the hospital, he was hard to understand, but he was talking, he was lucid. And when I got there, he said, "There's $100 in my wallet if you get me some water." And the nurse said no. And a couple hours later, he said, "I'll give you $1,000 if you give me some water." And you have no idea how badly I wanted to give him some water. I could see my dad's spirit brighten when he'd see me. And nobody could ever look at me the way he did, or make me feel the way he did. He used to to walk me to school in elementary school, and like reciting T.S. Eliot and Shakespeare, he'd holler out and say, "Let us go then, you and I." And I'd recite and say, "Two are the skies etherized upon the table." And we'd recite T.S. Eliot and start our walk to Lincoln School. One of my best friends, her father died 2 years ago, and she wrote me a thank you note that I got yesterday. And she gave me comfort in saying that she doesn't go a day without hurting and doesn't go a day without missing him, and I'm sure that'll be the same. She said, but what I can do and what he'd want me to do is carry the torch. And Callie and I will do that. And our torch will never be as magnificent as his, but we'll carry it in his honor and love him every day. We miss you, Daddy.